PDHM going on absolute burner, or we're going to see VGA really fire out here because they have been ready. They've been warmed up all day. I don't think we're going to see this map be close at all, but I imagine we're going to see the next couple be pretty close.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty close. It really depends on how these opening first rounds go for PDHM. They are starting off on defense, which has normally not been the best sign for them, but Richa already getting that first kill on the Polonium. That is gonna be a huge opening pick. Now, with that being said, of course, though, it's Omen versus Omen. It's not really that big of a deal, all things considered. It's a good opening pick, but it doesn't affect the round too much other than losing your man advantage. Now, Kix does take down Rika, and that's going to be a much more impactful kill, especially on A site. The spike has already gone down, and now PDHM needs to play the post-plant game. They need to play the retake game. Now, VGA right now, they're in a great spot because they have the whole site pretty much under control. They have to force PDH to push up, but Mixes is winning these gunfights a lot better than Toasty did. And Roasty takes down Richa. Doffy claps back and takes down Mindless. And VGA also had another tournament all morning, keep in mind, so they must be really fatigued. And it's kind of showing right now because a near flawless win has PDHM winning it out.
Wow. So mark my words. I guess I was very wrong in saying that they have not been warmed up. Rather, like they did have another tournament this morning, like Keg said. But nonetheless, that is going to be showing here as they went out round number 1. And I gotta say, that was probably one of the fastest spike plants I've ever seen in basically the entirety of this game. Really, there's very few cases because the spike takes 45 seconds to fully detonate and therefore makes the timer basically a 45-second timer. It's one of the very few cases I've ever seen of the spike actually delaying, or not delaying the round, but not delaying the round, rather making the round shorter just with how fast it took to get that plant down. Now, we don't see another fast take like we just saw. Rather, the defenders are a little more spread out, but it does seem to be a full mid-take pushing B. Omen's right there, waiting and looking with the Marshall in hand. Polonium's going to trade shots back with the opposing Omen once again. Richa. Now we're going to see Cypher on Cypher play. Maybe Doffy and Richa both finding one for their trouble. Kicks on the retake. Going to come from behind and take out 3. Very quick and very concise kills in a matter of mere seconds. The entire push from VGA gets shut down.
Yeah, a shutdown indeed. I'm still not done writing my notes. Come on, guys. But with that being said, it's working out really well in PDHM's favor, and I think that fatigue will put a huge burden on VGA as well, because they've been playing all day. I don't know about you, Casey, but when I play a lot, and it's not even at this level, I get fatigued pretty quickly. But PDHM already in that smooth and comfortable winner's position don't have to worry about as much. They're not fighting for nearly as many rounds as VGA is gonna have to. Toasty's gonna go for the really aggressive B main push right here, and it's gonna get stalled out by the slowdown on Kix. Now Kix is gonna use the wall and get that angle above, trying to play a little bit more aggressive here to see what he can find. The Cyber Cage is gonna go down, but it's not really gonna affect what Kix wants to do. They're gonna play the waiting game and try to listen for the rotates around. Realizing now the rotates are around, gonna see nobody, and that's gonna be a full VGA rotate going to A site.
That is exactly what's going to be, a full-fledged rotate coming out now after a small bait on B, but that's going to be read perfectly by PDHM as now the Sova makes his rotate through and through now. That's going to be Omen Sova in the garden area waiting for the cross. Mixes does not get read by the drone, but it's going to get read by Rossi now. School takes out 2, immediately drop that down by Polonium. Doffy now finding kill on the Rossi. Rika and Doffy each systematically taking out the members of VGA and once again winning PDHM another round.
Yeah, PDHM seems to be really good right now. Roasty is the only one on the board with a significant amount of kills on VGA side, and it's 2-3. You have Toasty, Mindless, and Rika all with zeros on the board. Now, if you remember from the previous set, Toasty had such a fabulous showing on the bind game where they won 25-17, and that just blew away everyone else's kill count. Now, on the Ascent map that happened right after, it wasn't as impactful, but it was still really high in the leaderboards, but we're not seeing the same effect right now. Now with a minute 30 left on the board, it could really go either way right now. It's a split push, but the spike leaning towards B. Now you have a Brimstone, a Phoenix, and an Omen all going this way, and you have one of each pretty much kind of support looking to help you out. Kicks getting a really risky orb right there, and still takes a little bit of damage, but they won't go for the heal. It's not worth it. Doffy does revive does take down Roasty. Some Cypher on Cypher action, and it works out pretty well in their favor. Now with the Neural Theft coming down, it's a really impactful move because you know exactly where all of where all of VGA is going. And they're going to be going towards mid. And this is a risky idea because it could be an absolute kill box one way or the other. And a kill box it is because Toasty and Mindless taking out Mixes and Schooled. And that is going to be some fantastic picks onto PDH. This will allow them to get an opportunity to plant on site, but Donkey and Kicks have something to say about that. They say no, not today, not B site. Kicks with a double kill. And that's going to leave it to a 2v1. The Brimstone trying his absolute best to get that final kill, but it's going to be Doffy who finds Mindless in a triple kill for the round. It was all down to Doffy and Kicks to save the day versus the Toasty Roasty combo.
I mean, besides the first round, there has not been a single plant on the board. So I do have to say that PDHM is doing a great job at holding back site. They had a fluke on the first round, being able to let VGA take site, but something that we talked about very heavily so far on this stream is how difficult it is to take back a map on Ascent, or take back a site rather. That's what PDHM did when they were down a member as well. They had a man count disadvantage, and rather they did not. That's my apologies, but still, nonetheless, Mixes with 4 kills. Oh,
Mixes!
What just happened? He's lined up, filed into place, and Mixes gets an ace in a matter of mere seconds. There's nothing to impact from that round. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to analyze except for the fact that Mixes just dropped an ace in 5 seconds. Put that in the highlight reel. Put that as the showstopper. It's more important than Ray's ult at this point. It's the showstopper itself that's going to be Mixes. I expect to see this all over Twitter. Everyone lining up for the Phoenix in the matter of just one clip of his Phantom. Just a non-stop spray, an onslaught coming out from Mixes.
Richa does find the opening pick onto Rika, however, and that's going to be the Rays not able to use their showstopper this round. What a fantastic angle, using the Sage Walls to go up at an unorthodox angle, going all the way towards pretty much B spawn on the catwalk. Richa not giving up though, backs up a little bit and takes down Polonium in a double kill. Kicks though is consistent as ever, takes down Roasty and Schooled and Mixes all as a team. Flawless ace coming around 6-0. Yikes. Wow, what an unfortunate circumstance there. Richa, though, that was a really nice angle. I want to discuss that again, where the Sage Wall went up in an area you don't normally have any players able to reach, and Richa got a far more safe op angle, going all the way to catwalk near the attacking spawn, from where you would almost never see anybody. And that was a really good pick. Now, with that being said, we are 6-0 right now. We are in round number 7, and it is slipping away very quickly. And Schooled says, no, I don't care. We're going to keep going with this lead, and takes down Mindless very quickly. And that's going to be a huge kind of ripple effect throughout most of the attacking team. All of VGA right now has to figure out if they want to split push continue, or if they want to rotate around to A site, because B is not going to work out right now. Now, it looks like the Omen, the Boombot does come down. Unfortunately, it's not going to do a whole lot, and it's going to be the Rays and Omen trying to figure out what they want to do. But honestly, Polonium is just playing it safe. I think they're already trying to save, and there's still a minute left and 9 bodies on the board.
At a time like this, it's been 6 rounds in a row, and you have no solace. Of course, they're getting that 2,900 a round. You get the... It's basically... I don't want to call it a loser's bonus because that sounds kind of rude, kind of mean, but that's basically what it is. You're losing rounds in a row, and you get extra credits for that. They're getting extra 2,900 credits around, but that's not going to mean a whole lot. Now, Mixes on the Phoenix using his running back ability, pushes up aggressively and finds Roasty. When it takes him out, but Roasty and Toasty Duo is not showing up how we expected it to by any means, as they're going to be one of the members to fall. Kicks going to find 2 kills, and Doffy's going to finish it up. The other half of the Toasty combo is the last member to fall, and and that is going to be 7 rounds straight in a row for PDHM.
There's no signs of stopping whatsoever for PDHM. They are as dominant as they were yesterday. Keep in mind, I think the only games, I believe we talked about this in the pre-show, that PDH has lost have been in forfeits, but they have not lost a single map in this tournament so far. And I mean, literally, they have gone 2-0 all the way through without really much resistance. That's the word, resistance. There's nothing that's really been stopping them. Now VGA is in a good spot right now because they have full ults on the board. It's 1:30, so you got to be quick about it if you want to use it in a very coordinated fashion. A lot of PDH is super separated right now, but if you look at that scoreboard again, you can tell that they're all pretty well coordinated by themselves. However, you know, power in numbers when it comes to VGA, and they're able to get those refrags pretty easily as well. They just need to play off of each other. And it's looking like an A push right now. Little resistance on catwalks, and Roasty taking down Kicks, who attempted to go for a flank. Now that spike is going to be down again. The attackers are going to secure or trying to find a way to rotate around. And it's seeming like A won't be the play. Neural Theft went down, and now it's going to be the B site. Richa, though, however, is the guardian of mid and B, waiting for anyone to enter on both the left and the right side, waiting to see what's going to happen next. The blind goes down, and there we go. It's going to be a full teleport going straight to mid. Takes a little bit of damage, realizes that someone's still waiting on catwalks for that rotate, and not going to rotate around to himself. Mindless takes down Rita, so it was a good attempt, but Schooled comes back to school Mindless with an operator to the face. Rita, though, doesn't care. They want to keep going for it. It's double up action, being blinded out, and now they manage to get their way onto B site. 20 seconds left, and you better get that spike down, and Cypher's nowhere to be seen. He's running his way through runway, and now he finally got a showstopper, comes down and misses completely. Down the School, getting that quick scope headshot onto Rika, and that is going to be him, the last one alive. This could be VGA's chance to bring it all home, but the plan gets stopped, and for a good reason, because Polonium takes down School, and we finally have a point on the board after 7 rounds going to PDH.
You know, had there just been one more bullet in that shorty, that would have been VGA's round, despite it being a 1 versus 4. That would have been absolutely huge and would have hurt the economy even further, because, you know, we saw that Sova had a, how do I say it, had a tough time landing with shots with the operator there towards the end. Got one shot off of the shorty, but since they weren't able to get the second shot off, they weren't able to stop the plant any further. No one would have been even in close enough proximity to have recovered that plant either. So that was a concerning moment. Doffy, though, taking out another shot on the Roasty. PDHM is tired of the opening picks coming out from VGA after just 1 round. They're not going to want to let that take anyways here.
That's right, and you really need to build up that resistance and make sure that, like, hey, we can't lose bodies like this anymore. Reacher takes down Bonkers again, and it's going to be Kicks waiting on top of the stage wall again for any kind of resistance. And it looks like it's going to happen at some point soon, but by then the wall might drop. There's going to be some slow orbs going down B, and it's essentially trapping out Mindless and company with that spike. And they can't go anywhere. And we do see the Omen. I believe that's going to be Richa rotating all the way around. This means, without a doubt, effectively now that he's crossed Link, all of VGA is essentially trapped. They are completely trapped in 1v1 situations, no less, but they are effectively trapped in B main. Now, Reach is moving their way onwards, and Kicks is waiting for them to aggress onwards to B site. But whoever makes that first move is going to be in big trouble. And speaking of which, Polonium and Toasty going down, and it's going to be just that one Brimstone left alive again. It's a 1v5, again, trapped in behind them without even realizing, I don't think. Oh, no, never mind. Mindless takes down Richa, and it's going to be him trying to make a quick getaway. But mid is going to be an issue, and he realizes this. He takes down the Vandal, and the timer runs out. 8 now to 1 in PDH's favor.
You know, that was a wonderful attempt at a B take. I say attempt as the key word there. A lot of these takes are just not coming to full execution. I mean, the closest that we saw to an execute was the first round when they let VGA just walk on the site And then after that, we didn't see anything even close until just what happened 2 rounds ago on round number 8 when VGA won their first round. So far, this looks like it's going to be PDHM's game to lose, if anything, really. There's not a whole lot happening here. You can actually see the Sage through the X-ray on the wall has the Odin in hand. A 100-bullet magazine, and with its large fire capacity, it can run bullets straight through that wall. And that's exactly what it does.
Woo!
Running bullets through the wall. You can see the impact mark above. Takes down Polonium. Sage putting in the work. 100 bullets, not even to worry about. Now Kix picks up the Vandal of the Omen, or may have been from his teammate. Could not be too sure. But nonetheless is still going to pick it up and now going to be able to get aggressive with that. Kicks the aggressive Vandal. Could find Mindless, which is exactly what she does. Toasty finds a refrag though onto Mixes, taking him out. But the spike is down far away from the team. It is in control of the defending team now. PDHM has it at their advantage. That is their leverage they're going to need to force VGA to come to them. It is no longer about attacking to get that spike now. It's about attacking to regain that spike.
And it looks like it's not going to work out any way that they would hope. Reacha takes down Bonkers, and Toasty does get the clap back on the Reacha. But never mind, suddenly things get a lot more even. Roasty takes down Kix, and School takes down Roasty. You're down to a 2v0. Never quite mind. That's going to be Daffy securing that final kill onto Toasty again. We really haven't seen the come up of the Roasty-Toasty combo this time around in this game, and they haven't really had a chance to shine. Roasty right now 4-10, and Toasty 4-9. It is 4 across the board for the attackers. Meanwhile, on the defending side, we see Kix and Daffy 12 and 10 respectively in terms of kills, and only having 2 deaths each. They're running a very dedicated double op setup with 1 Vandal and 2 Phantoms, and it's working out, so well with their really aggressive and controlled systems. Now, with 1:30 left, we do see Toasty getting that opening pick on the Reacha, and it's looking like to be a dominant A attack once again.
Very well could be that, Keg, but the drone now coming out and spotting out Rika is going to give away the fact that Sova is nearby. He's going to have to go for the retreat as a grenade comes flying in to the market. He's going to have to retreat and push him back towards the
Joke's over! You're dead!
But only plenty of angles now able to go for the rotate in whichever direction. And as it's being called out now that it is an A push indeed, it's going to be all the members collapsing from both sides onto the A side now. The running back going into effect. Kicks going for the res as Roasty gets taken out as well. Bring the man count now back to the advantage for PDHM. That's going to be the spike being planted now. Round number 11. The time is left with about 40 seconds left. Toasty looking for someone behind him, but Sage is coming up behind, not looking far enough away. Jumps over the link. Now Kix finding the kill here on the flank. Takes him out. That's a huge kill for Control. Mindless, though, is going to use his Hellfire to find 1. Now it's left all up to Mindless on site by himself. Daffy takes him out, though, and there is more than enough time to get that spike defused. That is going to be round number 10, or rather round number 11, round number 10 in terms of how many rounds PDHM has won. Absolutely insane now as we go on to the final round of this half.
I mean, the final round in this half, I mean, it's crazy to think about the scoreline with this half. This is the most decisive scoreline we have seen so far, at least with myself casting, and you as well, Casey, I'm assuming, in AGN so far. It is 1 point on the board for VGA, and that was only halfway through, or I suppose a quarter of the way into the game so far. And there really hasn't been a rhyme or a reason of how they did it, because that momentum came suddenly and stopped suddenly as well. Now we do see Toasty the Toaster again going forwards and trying to find whatever aggression he can to get that opening pick. Reacha again maintaining that normal mid spot, gonna back off a lot, and that's the smart move to make, because that smoke probably would have been Toasty's favor. Speaking of Toasty not being in his favor though, Mixes takes down Toasty in the more optimal Phoenix. Be holding on to Garden as long as he can. That Phantom's just gonna outgun Toasty. And we are going to see a lot of aggression on Garden right now. The blind comes out and Polonium finds Mixes, and the soon-to-be, never mind, not so double kill. Reacha takes down Polonium, but Mindless comes in to save the day against Rika. Of course, it doesn't end there, because Davi takes back and kills Mindless as well. It's just a back and forth between the two teams. Doffy, right now holding on to A site, realizes that the spike, I believe, is down, and that's going to be another kill. Another one for Doffy. That's 2 for this round on to Rika and secures the round with a 10-point lead. My God, or I guess, as people like to say, yikes so far, because this has been the most runaway game we have had so far, and it's the Grand Championships, no less.
You know, this is a best of 3, so there's always time to recover after map 1. But the fact is, when it comes down to it, this was VGA's pick. This was the map that VGA wanted to go to. This is not looking that great in the slightest. When you're losing your map pick, things can get demotivating extremely quickly. Now back to the pistol round, where PDHM and VGA both tend to be somewhat aggressive. VGA a little more conservative about, you know, what they want to do. They don't want to get too terribly aggressive, especially now when they are down by 10 rounds. Rika here, looking for the first kill. It's going to take some shots onto the other Rika.
Cover going
It's not going to do it. I'm going to call him Richa, rather. The Omen is going to go ahead and take out the first kill. No, down up. It's going to be Mindless, Schooled, and Polonium all finding kills and adding themselves onto the leaderboard, bumping up their KD, and giving PDHM now a disadvantage. It's going to be the Sage all on her B side by herself, but it's going to be Phoenix Mixes watching her inside of the long angle, getting smoked off, but he's going to have to look at those staircases. The Black comes out, he comes around the corner and Kicks finds 2 kills. Just like that, it's now in favor of PDHM. There is a one single person left, and that man is roasting. The Molly coming out is going to do a whole lot of damage. She'll bring him down from 100 to 44 health. The spike time is ticking away. One side is walled off. He has to funnel in. His position is known by the Phoenix. He's going to have to land the shots, but Kicks is up there as well. He can get crossfire just beautifully like that, and Mixes is going to be the kill that pushes them off to round point. This is going to be map point. Match point if you want to call it that, but it is not series point.
No, that will be next map if things keep going like this very quickly. 12-1 right now. These look like my ranked games, except I'd be on the defending side right now. But right now, it's not a great look for VGA. It's hard to say what they can do to improve and, you know, bring it back. But honestly, it just seems like the amount of coordination PDHM has right now is just beyond superior. It's not even down to the rotates. It's just that they can take the gunfights a lot easier and use more unorthodox movements to succeed, I suppose. I mean, there's no real way of saying it without sounding rude or knocking them down a little bit, but just like this, Roti does get that opening pick, however, onto Mixes, but Kicks fires back with the refrag, and that's where it really counts. Those refrags are unbelievably important, and beyond just the refrag, it's a double refrag because Doffy takes down Polonium to go with it. Now Reach is watching the back of their sights. They're watching their butts a little bit in case something goes wrong, but Doffy takes down Mindless as well. But Toasty does find a headshot onto Kicks, and that can be a little bit of leadway to go forwards. Toasty's a little bit stuck, however, from the Omen. That's going to be Richa taking him down. And suddenly, again, that timer's ticketing down. But you're just down to Rika and a 1v4 with a classic. It's all but over for map number 1. The owl and the cameras come down. They know exactly that they've won. You might as well use all the utility and just let everyone die along with you. Oh, never mind. The C4 kill does go on the Doffy, but it's, I believe, too late for the spike defused. Regardless, the headshot comes down from Schooled. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be map number 1 in the Grand Championships going to PDHM's favor, which means we only potentially need one more map in this Grand Championship series for PDHM to take all the money home in AGN Valorant.
Very well, maybe that cake, and I gotta say, that map was a lot further apart than we would have expected. Now,
very much so.
A lot of the leaderboards, when you look at it, you'll see, you know, it's ordered by, you know, the KDA or ordered by the combat score. But I don't know if they can see the leaderboard right now. I don't believe that they can. But what I'm looking at right now is every single person from PDHM is on top half, and every single person from VGA is on the bottom half. That means that even the lowest bottom fragger of PDHM, being Rika, is going to still be above the top fragger of VGA, being Mindless. That is showing nothing less of the dominance that PDHM has been bringing out here. absolutely massive in every way, shape, and form. But unfortunately, it's not enough for VGA to pull forward. They won a single round. That game only won 14 rounds. It was over in 24 minutes. VGA is going to have to pick it up if they want any hope. Yes, they have secured the $100 prize, but to get that first place prize, they are going to have to really pound it out here.
Yeah, pounding it out indeed is the best way I would put it too. I mean, 17 kills over the 8 kills